you guys, Lacey and Steve from Duo Reacts. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Chernobyl with us.
Season 1, Episode 2. Would you please remain calm?
Everybody remain calm. This is not a life-threatening situation.
This is a very hard show to not want to watch all the way through, just because it's one of them type shows, I think.
Yeah, I mean, especially being only like 5 episodes, it's like you feel like you can kind of get it out pretty quick, but we're spreading it out a little bit, so hopefully you guys don't mind. This is more of like a once a month sort of show, but
yep. And we have JB to thank for this, and I also want to say he's a wonderful guy I met, and we became friends. Really good person, good family guy. Anyway, I hope everything's going great for you and your family. And so with that being said, he wanted us to watch this, and we're enjoying it so far. Mm-hmm. Some of it is, more intense watching.
And then there's other times where it's a bit more laid back and a bit more like kind of got to listen to what they're saying. And,
right.
You know what I mean?
So, but very much enjoying it. So I hope that you enjoyed the reaction to it. But it's one of those you really have to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
So with that said, I say let's get it on. Like Donkey Kong, Chernobyl, Season 1, Episode 2. Steve and Lacey.
Please remain calm. Let's do it.
She knows it's Steve and Lacey.
I know nothing. I know that it's Lacey and Steve.
Wrong. Okay, 7 hours after this happened.
Yeah, because it happened at like 1:30ish in the morning.
You work too hard.
Where is everyone?
Oh, they refuse to come in.
How can you sleep during a time like this?
Why?
They're sleeping during a time like this probably because they don't know.
Leak?
No. It would have gone off before. It's coming from outside.
The Americans?
No, it wasn't our fault this time.
It wasn't us this time.
ID 131. It's not military, it's uranium decay. U-235.
Reactor field.
Where's the next closest?
It's Chernobyl, but that's not possible. They're 400 kilometers away.
Well, that's too far for 8 millirontgen. They'd have to be split open. Maybe they know something. ID.
Could it be a waste dump?
We'd be seeing other isotopes.
Nuclear test?
People just happen to have
kind of
iodine.
We'd have heard that's what half our people work on here.
Because of the business they're in, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Start contacting hospitals in the area. Have them start bringing extra supplies, I guess.
These are radiation burns. Their clothes are contaminated. Help me! He was a firefighter for Chernobyl. Can you stop pushing, please?
Yeah. Your dude was like right in the front lines. She got in. Not sure that you want to be there right now.
Yep. Burn that shit.
Don't just leave it there either. Like, yeah.
Oh, man.
You're not wearing gloves, carrying that.
I don't know how much gloves would
I
help.
don't. Well,
I mean, because
I don't know either.
There's special gloves that the military had,
which you would think would be standard.
Oh no, not yet.
I want to know what the hell he's reading. I'm sure it's a
status updates or something, but whatever it is, it's not good.
In terms of radiation, Plant Director Mircrophone reports no more than 3.6 Rontgen. I'm told it's the equivalent of a chest X-ray. So,
if there's nothing else, you're eating a chap.
You're not. Thank you.
Page 3, the section on casualties. A fireman was severely burned on his hand by a chunk of smooth black mineral. Graphite. There's graphite on the ground. If there's graphite on the ground outside, it means it wasn't a control system tank that exploded. It was the reactor core. It's open.
Which means this is much more serious than...
Oh.
Could blowing it off.
Brikhana reports that the reactor core is intact. And as for the radiation...
Yes, 3.6 Rontgen. That number's been bothering me for a different reason, though. It's also the maximum reading on low-limit dosimeters. They gave us the number they had. An RBMK reactor uses uranium-235 as fuel. Every gram of U-235 holds over 1 billion trillion of these bullets. That's in 1 gram. Now, Chernobyl holds over 3 million grams, and right now it is on fire. Most of these bullets will not stop firing for 100 years. Some of them not for 50,000 years.
Wow.
Yes, and I want you to go to Chernobyl. You take a look at the reactor, you personally, and you report directly back to me, and take Professor Legato with you.
He's like, wait, I don't want to go there.
Former General Secretary, but I
Do
don't...
you know how a nuclear reactor works?
No, you don't.
No.
No. Well, then how will you know what you're looking at?
He's not gonna like
No.
being together with the guy who just
No.
contradicted him.
Gorbachev is right. And at least he's taking it a little bit more seriously than everybody else so far.
How does a nuclear reactor work?
What?
Is that really
I'll
simple?
get a simple answer.
Of course. Tell me how a nuclear reactor works, or I'll have one of these soldiers throw you out of the helicopter.
Really?
You take an unstable element like uranium-235, which has too many neutrons. A neutron is
The bullet.
So, bullets are flying off of uranium. If we put enough uranium atoms close together, the bullets from one atom will eventually strike another atom. The force of this
Creating
impact
energy.
splits that atom apart, releasing a tremendous amount of energy. Fission.
And the graphite.
The neutrons are actually traveling so fast
It's
through
scary.
this flux. It's relatively unlikely that uranium atoms will ever hit one another. In RBMK reactors, we surround the fuel rods with graphite to moderate, slow down the neutron flux.
Good. I know how a nuclear reactor works.
I mean,
I don't need you.
he's like, alright, buddy.
Pardon my French, but you're an idiot because that is just a rundown.
That's a very brief... Oh my god.
You want to get sick? Go.
Please.
Wow.
Please.
But they're not letting us leave here.
Tell the Major Bureau of Alerting.
Probably a good thing you do get out of there. I'm surprised he's letting her leave, though.
I just don't think he cares. Like,
Because he's not taking it as seriously as he should be.
you gotta go.
Look, that's graphite on the roof. The whole building's been blown open. The core's exposed.
You can see that that's graphite.
From here.
Get us directly over the building.
Boris,
Don't use
we
my
can
name.
directly over.
I don't care.
Dead within a week, dead.
He is a scientist. You are not.
Directly over that core. I promise you by tomorrow morning you'll be begging for that bullet.
Wow. He's like, F you. You need to frickin' chill, dude. You are an idiot.
Yeah, like his
He's
pride.
saving your life.
His pride.
As if you may already be exposed now.
They already probably are.
Let me introduce
I'm here
Ilya.
for Chernobyl.
Okay, you kind of look like you're going to be a dick too, aren't you?
Looks like a mob boss.
I know that the core is either partially or completely exposed,
Whatever that means.
and that if you don't immediately issue iodine tablets and then evacuate the city, hundreds of thousands of people are going to get cancer, and God knows how many more will die.
But I've been assured there is no problem.
I'm telling you that there is.
I prefer my opinion to yours.
Of
I'm a
course you do.
nuclear physicist. Before you were deputy secretary, you worked in a shoe factory.
Aw, shit.
Yes. I work in a
Please
shoe
put him in
factory.
his place.
And now I'm in charge.
Yeah, that's a problem. Just gonna get right on.
Stable iodine will keep your thyroid from absorbing radioactive iodine.
There you go, girl. You got it. Good job. And don't give any of that to your boss either. We'll tell him the truth in the simplest way possible. Tell him the goddamn truth. Period.
I'd let that son of a bitch go right in.
You want to see for yourself?
Yeah.
Son, you've been saying dangerous things.
Very dangerous things. Apparently our reactor core exploded.
Why did I see graphite on the roof? Graphite is only found in the core where it's used as a neutron flux moderator. Correct? Because I may not know much about nuclear reactors.
Who's gonna help it?
I know a lot about concrete.
Conrad, I assure you
I understand. The thing, Legato is wrong.
I said get as close as you can to the fire.
Bash the gate.
Wow.
What was the reasoning to get as close to it to see
They got the high range
to see if there's any
reader.
graphite actually?
No, reader. The reader that measures
Okay,
the radiation.
okay. That
Attached to the hood of the truck.
now it's a waiting game if he makes it back.
If they make it back.
Here's the moment of truth, maybe.
It's 15,000. What does that number mean?
It means the core is open. It will not stop. Not in a week, not in a month. It will burn and spread its poison until the entire continent is dead.
How do they stop it?
Well,
Is the next
how they stop it is they're gonna have to sacrifice people to go in and concrete it in. Just pour and pour and pour. Seal it until it's no
It
more.
will instantly vaporize the water.
How do we put it out?
You are dealing with something that has never occurred on this planet.
I'm telling you how.
Boron and sand.
How much sand and boron?
5,000 tons.
The wind is carrying all that smoke, all that radiation.
At least evacuate Pripyat. It's 3 kilometers away.
That's my decision to make.
And make it.
I've been told not to.
Is it or is it not your decision?
I'm in charge.
Okay, so there's something bigger at play politically.
As a hotel.
They want
About-
they're trying to keep it quiet, probably.
People are gonna be sacrificed, pretty much.
Yeah.
I prefer one of those.
Why?
Because they've just been washed, it looks like. They still have.
Superstitious.
He's like, yeah, that's why.
Are you here because of the fire? Anything we should be worried about?
Oh gosh.
Where do I start, ma'am? Run.
Get as far away from here as you possibly can. He knows he'll frickin' be the one in trouble if he tells people when he's not supposed to. Although I'd be like on a loudspeaker, like, run!
He'll die.
Don't fly straight through that smoke.
Have to.
That's what
I
he
think.
was saying, is that you can't fly
That's just-
directly
that-
over it.
That's just things of water. That's like
Remind them about the
droplet.
perimeter.
Ooh, they're getting too close. Ooh, they're getting too close.
They're going in.
No, they're too close.
Can't get over the fire. How are they
The wind will have to carry it. Tell
Yeah.
them they
Wind.
cannot go over the core.
What do you copy? Is there any other way?
Is there any other... So you're gonna purposely send people in to their deaths?
The next one in.
Oh my god.
They'll look to approach from the west.
The helicopter pilots or whatever are like, oh, we just saw what happened there. Fuck you. We're out.
I was actually calling about our friend. You know, the one in the country.
Oh, yes, of course. I wanted to see how he's doing. It's so hot there right now.
Yes, it's extremely hot. But
Okay,
his nephews
coded.
are flying down.
Coded talking.
Oh, which nephews? Sinka, who's 14, and little Boris, who's 5.
Maybe I should visit them.
No, they don't want visitors. They're dropping sand and boron on the fire.
That's what I would do.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
And you don't agree with that?
Where you going?
Chernobyl.
Uh-oh. Yep.
She realized
She
she's
realized
gonna throw
something.
herself into the fray.
Because
It's been smooth.
whatever
20
they're doing, she doesn't like.
20 drops.
Professor Alien, who was also on the commission, says the radiation isn't high enough to evacuate.
Ilian isn't a physicist.
He's a medical doctor. If he says it's safe, it's safe.
Not if they stay here.
We're staying here.
Yes, we are. And we'll be dead in 5 years.
You need to work together, guys. Somehow. And finally, I
It
think he's
seems
starting to
like,
understand the
yeah.
power.
That
Yeah.
even by you guys being there right now in that hotel, you'll be dead in 5 years. So imagine the people that live there.
Mikhail Gorbachev.
He's like, I need a minute to process everything.
Sabrina, a nuclear plant in Sweden has detected radiation and identified it as a byproduct of our fuel.
In Sweden?
The Americans took satellite photos, the reactor building, the smoke, the fire.
So it's out.
The whole world knows.
Yeah.
The Soviet version is this. One of the atomic reactors at the Chernobyl atomic power plant in the city of Kiev was damaged, and there is speculation in Moscow that people were injured and may have died.
It's to evacuate.
They're okay. You need to leave right now. I think they said 50,000 were in this town. Wow.
Where are they relocating them to? That's what I want to know.
Even Maester Raymond is getting on a bus. Yeah, he was the one in the first episode that was being a douchebag.
Oh yeah.
Saying basically he knows best and the masses don't need to know.
Now it's global.
Yeah. Aww. Is that somebody's dog that got left behind?
They're making him leave everything that could
Potentially already be contaminated, yeah.
Turn around right now or I'll arrest you.
If you arrest me, you should take me to the highest possible authority. I know that your reactor core is exposed. I know the graphite's on fire, the fuel is melting, and you're dropping sand and boron on it, which you probably thought was smart, but you've made a mistake. Olana Yurevny-Khomyuk, Chief Physicist, Belarusian Institute for Nuclear Energy.
But I estimate at least a month before it melts through the lower concrete pad, which gives us time.
No, you don't have a month. You have approximately 2 days. The fuel would take a month to reach the concrete pad here.
I confirmed it with plant personnel. The tanks are nearly empty.
No, they were nearly empty. Each of these points, here, here, and here, all drain to the bubbler pools.
They've been gushing water into the structure this whole time. The tanks are full.
Which means that there's going to be another explosion. Here's our meeting.
with the man.
Do you understand the damage this has done? Do you understand what's at stake?
Professor Legasso will deliver our briefing.
The airdrops are working to douse the fire. There's been a reduction in radionuclide emissions, but the fire will not be extinguished for at least another 2 weeks. There is also an additional problem. Nuclear fuel doesn't turn cold simply because it is not on fire. In fact, the temperature will likely rise as a result of the blanket of sand we dropped. The uranium will melt the sand, creating a kind of lava which will begin to melt down through the shield below.
You have made lava.
It was my understanding that these large water tanks under the reactor were essentially empty. This is Ulana Khomyuk of the Belarusian Institute. Thanks to her insight, we are now aware that the tanks are, in fact, full.
Why is that a problem, Professor?
Right. That would have been my question, too. We're going to find out.
When the lava enters these tanks, it will instantly superheat and vaporize approximately 7,000 cubic meters of water, causing
steam.
A significant thermal explosion.
Yep.
We estimate between 2 and 4 megatons. Everything
Very
within
large.
a 30-kilometer radius will be completely destroyed, including the 3 remaining reactors at Chernobyl. The release of radiation will be severe and will impact all of Soviet Ukraine, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarusia, as well as Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Romania, and most of East Germany.
Oh, shit.
That's pretty significant.
What do you mean?
Steep increase in the rates of cancer and birth defects. I don't know how many deaths there will be, but many. For Belarusia and the Ukraine, impact means completely uninhabitable for a minimum of 100 years.
A minimum.
Fought for all that land.
Yeah.
There are more than 50 million people living in Belarusia and Ukraine.
60, yes.
Actually, 60 million.
And how long before this happens?
Approximately 48 to 72 hours.
Oh, fuck.
So we need to find 3 plant workers who know the facility well enough to enter the basement here, find their way through all these ductways, get to the sluice gate valve here, and give us the access we need to pump out the tanks.
They'll likely be dead in a week.
We're asking for your permission to kill 3 men.
To save millions, basically.
No answer?
He apparently
You've got hours.
He apparently needs a few minutes to think about this.
It's a no-brainer.
I'm sure you could even
With very
find
little
3
time.
volunteers to, you know what I mean?
Maybe someone already infected. That's...
Yeah, something. Somebody that's already probably gonna die.
And of course, any volunteers will be rewarded. Yearly stipend of 400 rubles.
And now you want us to swim underneath a burning reactor. You even know how contaminated it is.
You'll do it because it must be done. And if you don't, millions will die.
On an ankle.
What'd I say?
There's power.
We will have people volunteer as long as you're honest with them.
Baranov.
They better take care of them people's families forever.
They better. They freaking better. And
I'm talking...
It should be more than freaking 400 rubles, which I don't even know how much that's comparable to.
Probably year's salary. Yeah, I mean, you're saving an inordinate amount of people.
Probably even more than that.
Yeah.
Because of how far that's going to spread across the world.
Yep. Depending on where the wind blows.
Right.
Someone's not coming back.
How freaking contaminated is that water? Yeah, it's going crazy. We know. Yep, maxed out. Uh-oh.
Seriously? They didn't give them good freaking batteries?
I'm just thinking maybe the batteries are getting fried. Maybe. Yep. They're getting fried. You hear the meter? It's getting louder and louder. Yep. We can't...
We don't even know if...
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Shit.
That's where it ends?
We don't even know if they get in there to take care of it or what.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the show is so good.
They just kind of leave us
This
wondering.
episode got me... The first episode was okay. This one has got me hooked.
Yeah.
Hooked, line, and sinker. It is something else.
It's a really good show. I agree completely. Like, and especially where they left off just now. Like, obviously the radiation is so bad to where
We don't even know if they're going to be able to see to do their work.
Exactly.
This might be
It might just be they're done now, you know, or they're going to keep trying maybe. I mean, if it's that bad that it's frying their batteries and their flashlights.
Open Wide, Oh Earth is the next one.
Seems kind of like there's a potential for another explosion if that's the name of the next episode. Open Wide, Oh Earth, meaning...
Hopefully it is contained somehow, some way to just what has happened. But what has already happened has been devastating enough.
Exactly.
It's crazy that finally people are starting to realize, especially after it hit the international news.
Yeah, once they started picking up readings in Scandinavia.
That's what really sent things.
And then the U.S. got pictures from, like, there's no way you can cover it up at that point, and that's almost the only reason that they even started taking this
even
as
more
serious as they are now.
Otherwise, people probably would have...
They would have kept trying to cover it up, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then ultimately failing, right?
Well, yeah, especially in the timelines.
And then it would have been even worse, probably.
Yeah.
Than what it ended up being, and what it ended up being was bad enough. So it's like, if you would have just taken it seriously and not really...
I mean, I get when something first happens, you don't know the fallout of it or the bigger picture of it.
Yeah.
and you do have people that probably do panic and say and take precautions, but wouldn't it be safer just to
lean on the safe side?
And right.
Yeah,
right.
That's how I think. Like, if there's a possibility of catastrophe, then you have to take it more seriously than what they were doing, obviously. I mean, again, safety protocols, all that, like, all that's in place for a reason. And it seems a little bit lax in this situation. A little bit? No, a lot.
It was handled really piss poor.
Yeah.
And
not by the scientists.
But then again, you know, I see where the government is. They didn't want to create panic and disruption if not needed.
Well, and that's the problem, is that they were getting conflicting reports, conflicting stories. Like the chief engineer or whatever, the guy from the first episode that I haven't seen because he's probably dead.
Mm-hmm.
He kept saying it's impossible that the core exploded, which at that point it probably was, but there's a first time for everything, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so they sent over conflicting reports, and they're just made to believe that, yeah, sure, it's a little bad, but it's containable, it's fine, like, we'll get through this.
Good show, though. Really good show. I'm enjoying it. The little nuances, everything that's going on, the evacuation. Finally, it's open to the world, and now they're fighting against time, and that's where we're at. We're left off
wondering, are they going to achieve their mission of...
Because we don't know.
Basically emptying those tanks, I guess. Mm-hmm. They have to empty the tanks.
Otherwise... disaster number 2.
Yeah, because not only do the tanks blow up, but also the other cores with that explosion, which...
Incredible story, though. Incredible. It's sad that it happened, but it's a neat show that gives us a little bit of an insight. Yeah. I'm sure it's not...
It opens your eyes to what really happened, or what could, what
kind of happened.
What kind of happened. I know this is kind of told through accounts from people. Mm-hmm. So it's probably mostly true, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably.
But good show.
Great show. Thank you guys so much for watching it with us.
Yes.
Please leave a like on this video. Leave your comments and questions down below. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Share the video and bang that bell. And we hope you guys all have an amazing and awesome day.
Yes. Hope amazing happens to you. Peace out.